Your brain is already in pain. Right now, if you're dreading something, a conversation, a deadline, a doctor's visit, your nervous system isn't waiting. It already started. Not metaphorically, physically, and science can prove it. Think about the last time you were waiting for something painful. Dentist chair, blood draw, a conversation you couldn't avoid. Before it happened, did you feel anything? That tightness in your chest, that shallow breath, that low hum of dread you couldn't shake. That wasn't anxiety. That was pain, running at a fraction of the intensity. Already, here's why. In 1999, researchers at Oxford published a study in Science magazine. They put people in an fMRI scanner. They showed them a threat. Then they actually delivered it. What they found changed how we understand pain. When people anticipated pain, just the threat, nothing touching them, the same pain processing network fired. Not a different system, the same one. The activation was about 30 to 40%, as intense as the real thing. Not identical, but the same direction. Your brain doesn't wait for the injury to start processing it. Think about what that means. You're paying a real neurological cost every time you dread something, whether it happens or not. But here's where it gets stranger. Your brain isn't doing this by accident. Your brain doesn't wait for confirmation because it never could afford to. For most of human history, the thing trying to hurt you was fast. A predator, a fall, a weapon. By the time your brain finished deciding, is this a real threat? You were already dead. So your brain evolved a shortcut. Preload the response before the threat arrives. Be 35% ready before the needle moves. That's not a malfunction. That's the reason you're alive. The problem is, your brain is running this system on emails, on meetings, on the conversation you've been putting off for 3 weeks. And that's where the cost shows up. Here's what the preloading actually costs. The moment your brain registers a threat, even an imagined one, it triggers a chemical response. Within seconds, adrenaline, heart rate up, blood pressure up, breathing shifts. Within minutes, cortisol, your body's primary stress hormone. And it doesn't just spike and drop. It can stay elevated for hours. Research on cortisol patterns shows that anticipating a difficult day measurably raises your cortisol the next morning, before anything has even happened. So think about your week, the email you haven't answered, the result you're waiting on, the conversation still sitting in your chest. Your body has been running a partial pain response for all of it, all week, whether any of it hurt you or not. Now, what do you do with that? First, name the prediction before it runs you. Say it out loud or write it down. I'm anticipating this. Research on affect labeling, naming a mental state, shows it reduces the brain's threat response. You're not denying the dread. You're reclassifying it. Prediction, not fact. Second, shorten the anticipation window. The cost isn't just the dread itself. It's the duration. Every hour you spend avoiding the conversation, the email, the call, you're paying the 30 to 40% tax on repeat. Do the hard thing earlier in the day. The anticipation stops the moment you start. Third, correct the prediction through pre-exposure. This is the mechanism behind exposure therapy. Your brain overpredicts pain. It almost always does. But research shows that after even brief, mild exposure, the prediction corrects to match reality. Not because the thing becomes less scary, because your brain finally has real data. instead of a worst-case guess. You can do this yourself. Small doses, controlled. Not avoidance, not confrontation. Calibration. Your brain has been doing this your whole life. Preloading, prepaying, pre-suffering. For things that may never come. Now you know the mechanism. And the mechanism is the lever. I'm building a full protocol for working with your brain's prediction system. Not against it. Link in description when it's ready.